Anyways, thank you. Welcome to the show. This is the show formerly known as
Sports Rec.
Sports Rec, but I'm done with that. Not that I'm done with sports. I might be done with sports.
Well,
but
we'll
get to talking about why I might be done with sports. I might be going to soccer. I might be done with football.
Huh? What? Wait a minute. Back that up.
Maybe I'll go to like high school soccer. Maybe that's what I'm going to follow. Is like local high school soccer.
Well, who the hell are you going to talk to?
It doesn't matter. At least I'll know that they're playing the game and it's not fixed.
Oh, now we're back to that.
I'm still stuck. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
As our listeners know, we like our sports. But we wanted to evolve the show because we were tired of it.
Yeah, and we couldn't really do a justice to a sports show because we don't have the production team to help.
Exactly, and the time and the research projects
right.
And the production and the Pro Tools and the great board and the all that shit that podcasters
Boy, you really
don't have.
Make us sound really bad,
All podcasters, anybody who's ever made a podcast who might listen to this feels the pain. They really do. Even the professionals that have money and help still are like, I'd really like to have all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. But Sports Rec is over. But
that doesn't mean we can't talk sports.
Right, because, we are entering into the NFL, playoffs here. And neither of our teams are making that.
That means I get to stop caring, right?
Yeah, but you can't because you like football.
No. I do.
Yeah, you do. It's just the way it is.
Maybe I'll just watch.
And I just want to, a little observation. Just
for observational.
Let's face it. Sports Rec was a wreck, but at the same time, we did provide some information, knowledge, and we made some bold statements, and some of them turned out to be true.
Well, I know one bold statement that I made roughly 16 weeks ago.
What was that?
And it's not true yet, but it might be.
What?
I believe that Denver Broncos not only make it, but win it.
The Super Bowl?
That's what I said.
Wow, the big game.
That's what I said.
All the way.
I said, I don't know if it was the first episode or one of the first episodes.
You did.
I said Denver is winning the fucking Super Bowl this year.
You did.
And who is clinched the top seed of their division with a first round bye? Who is that?
It would be Patriots.
They're the second seed.
Are they?
With the guaranteed first round bye. No, second seed. Denver's got the first seed,
huh? Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Going to be interesting. The AFC is...
Did you make any bold statements?
Yes, I did.
Because I know that's where you were going. You didn't even remember mine.
Yeah, baby.
Where
I did remember yours once you mentioned it, though. No.
What was yours?
I think it was the week before the regular season started. I told all the Cowboys fans that they heard it here first, that they were looking at a...
losing season?
8-8 season.
Oh, you said 8-8, didn't you?
I called them 8-8.
Hey, what was their season?
8-8.
8-8.
And Tony Romo lost them a few. Everything I ever said about Dallas was true.
He's not the only one who lost them a few this year.
That's true. I mean, you got...
He wasn't the only one.
You got Jerry Jones sabotaging everything.
That's because billionaires should own football teams.
And then you got that ginger over there that shouldn't have a job, and
you shouldn't. If you don't have a soul, you can't play football. Coach football, whatever.
Yeah, nah, man. But I said it. They were looking at no better than 8-8. I said it back then, and it came true. And
I also said that as much as I would like to hear it, there's no way the Bills walk away with the winning season. I think I said something like that.
You did, and I disagreed with you. I thought they were gonna. I thought they'd be 500, didn't I?
Well, it would help if we had a starting quarterback for like the whole year. That'd have been nice.
Hey, at least you've got a potential starting quarterback. The Jets have nobody.
You guys won last week.
The Jets have Geno Smith. This guy is not going to be a winning quarterback.
He did well last week.
don't.
I like how everybody shit on.
Don't. Here's the fact. He lost the job out to Mark Sanchez, who is no great quarterback either.
He won the job by default.
And he has not shown me anything through the season where I said, yeah, this kid might have something. I have not. I mean, yeah, he's running for a few touchdowns or whatever, but I have not seen like you want to see your quarterback, your new quarterback. You want to see, oh shit, man, he learns how to do that more often. We might have something here. Never saw it.
No glimpses. No previews of
the
him.
only positive I can say about Geno Smith is he has the memory of a goldfish.
Oh my God, why are we doing this again?
Because he doesn't remember his fuck-ups. Mark Sanchez, he fucks up and he thinks about it the rest of the game and he doesn't do no better. Geno will actually forget that he fucked up and move on.
Yeah, at least, I mean, maybe it's rose-colored glasses, but with EJ, I have a hard time finding things.
It was a wasted draft pick, especially second round. He was a fourth rounder at best, and they should have never picked him. Period. That was Idzik trying to put his stamp on the team.
I don't know about shouldn't have picked him, period. I don't know about all that.
Dude, he is not a franchise quarterback. He's not a starting. He's not. He's never going to be an elite quarterback. I'll tell you that right now. This guy's journeyman at best after 10 years in the league.
All right, maybe.
I don't see no spark, man.
There's no promise that EJ is going to be a fucking elite quarterback.
I think what's his name? Thad Lewis is the better quarterback out of them two, myself.
I think Thad Lewis has more experience.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Thad Lewis does a good job running that fucking squad, I'm not going to lie. But he just doesn't seem to have whatever it is that makes a Tom Brady.
Wow.
That makes it...
I mean...
I would take Eli Manning.
You just jumped to the top, and you didn't even go through the rungs.
I just said I'd take an Eli Manning.
I still think Thad Lewis is a better quarterback than
I
EJ.
would take a Michael Vick.
I think Lewis is a lot like Vick.
I don't know.
We'll
see.
So, anyway, we lost. Our teams did nothing. My team beat Miami the last game of the season because it fucked Miami up.
I mean, all my team was trying to do was be spiteful to the Patriots, and we weren't even trying that hard to do it. So, I mean, in all fairness, it was the last game of the year and it meant nothing for us.
You
too.
Yeah.
It meant nothing for you either.
No.
Just beating Miami.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to shit on Miami. And the Jets won that game. Miami didn't give that game up.
No.
Jets won that game. Everyone wanted to shit on Miami. I was like, the first quarter, Tannehill looked great.
He did.
I mean, it kind of lost me after that because I had other shit to do. But
yeah. No, he did. He looked really good, but it was like after that they couldn't just put anything together, and the Jets just cut. I'll tell you right now, Ryan's defense is. The guy is a great defensive coordinator.
All I wanted to see was in my game was Mario Williams rip Tom Brady in half, but he never even tried. He didn't even try.
Yeah.
Well, why would you? It's the last game of the year. They're going to the playoffs. You're going to try to purposely whale Tom Brady in a game that means nothing to you just to fuck up their playoffs?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't even trying. And then risk injuring yourself in the process because you're exerting yourself more than you need to when you're healthy and can probably spend the rest of the offseason, not injured. Which has got to be a great place to be when you're a football player. walking into the off season not hurt.
Yeah, right. Yeah, your off season is only about a month and a half nowadays too. So,
zero. I mean, they go back to working out the next day. I'm sure
not that fast, but yeah,
the smart ones do.
They all cleaned out their lockers the other day, man.
The smart, yeah, but they have gyms in their houses, dude. You're an athlete.
Yeah.
You're your tool of your trade is your body.
They still take a month off, man. Believe me. If they,
I bet you the smart ones don't ever stop. I mean, maybe they don't train, but I bet you the smart ones are still hit the gym in the morning.
Yeah, but it's just a warm
Wake
up,
up,
stretch, whatever. But so here we are.
Have you seen Mario Williams?
Yeah.
Have you seen this motherfucker?
Yeah.
You don't get that big by sitting on your ass.
Yeah.
You also don't get that big without chemicals.
He's kind of abnormal. Yeah.
It's huge. He's a monster.
Fucking beef. Fucking meat.
He's huge.
Meat. It's my new nickname for people like that. Meat. Fucking meat.
Stacy calls me ham hands.
You sure he wasn't looking at your head? Jesus.
No, that's potato. All my potato head references, my potato shaped.
I don't know, man. I've never seen a potato that big in my life.
I just have less eyes than a potato.
Yeah, but I've never seen one that big.
It's a big potato.
Feed a family of six.
Ever since I accidentally deleted a break of Eric Radio, Stacy calls me ham hands.
Ham hands.
And then whenever he needs something loosened and I loosen it or whatever, he calls me ham hands. Uh-huh. So meat works too.
Meat works too.
I'm telling him to call me just meat.
Meat. A meat.
A meat.
A meat.
Apparently my mustache's name is Tiffany.
Is that because it's flighty or?
Man, it's not a mustache, it's a lip weasel.
Oh.
And her name is Tiffany.
Why is it Tiffany?
And all the guys at work always want to talk to her alone.
Well, we're moving right into jokes here. I got jokes for you.
No, I'm not even joking. I shaved my goatee and left my mustache, and everybody thought I grew a mustache.
Oh, of course.
And I was like, I've had a mustache for years, but without the goatee, it's the accent. With the goatee, it's not the accent.
I told you, your mustache without the goatee is lopsided.
And with the goatee, it's lopsided.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't. You don't notice it as much.
So they started calling it the lip weasel, and then one day they just walked in and they're like, "Its name is Tiffany, and we'd really like to speak to Tiffany alone."
That's fucked up, man.
These guys are. And my nickname in the shop is Corey Boo Boo.
Oh boy!
Unless I'm grumpy, and then it's Corey Boo Hoo.
Oh man, you're gonna have to get a new job.
No shit. These assholes.
Fucking asshats. You know what? Fuck the jokes. I gotta tell you about the asshats.
All right, so we're done with sports. We're moving into asshats.
Go wait. Well, wait a minute. One last thing on sports because it is Wild Card Weekend.
All right.
Just wondered, did you have any predictions?
I don't even know what the lineup is.
KC at Indy.
KC.
Indy. Anyway, next one was about Denver. Not Denver.
Don't even ask me that one.
Oh God, I can't remember. Oh, Green Bay. Someone at Green Bay.
Oh, gee, that helped. With a fresh, healed Aaron
Philly
Rodgers.
at Green Bay.
With the Green Bay at Philly, I thought. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Might be.
It doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter for my prediction. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
As much as Philadelphia rules, but a fresh, well-rested Aaron Rodgers on a fired-up playoff Green Bay.
One time, I want to see him throw a fucking touchdown and do the discount double check sign. Just once.
Which is his touchdown dance. The double check?
Yeah, I've never seen him do it.
That's how that whole thing started, that's his touchdown dance. That's his touchdown move. Him pulling the belt across because he's the champion. Again, it's the heavyweight belt he's doing.
Never seen him do it.
Yeah, he doesn't do it. Maybe he did in college. They're a little stricter on that in the NFL. Maybe he doesn't want to be an asshat. See how I pulled that back around? There's a little segue.
Fucking, I tell you what, man.
A little segue there.
Fucking the asshat. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll buy that. Asshats. So I'm at work yesterday morning, and it's New Year's Eve's day, I figure I'm going to be pretty busy, which I was.
You are busy.
But in the morning, the first customer to walk in is this guy. He comes walking in with a cane in his hand. And his first words to me are...
Oh, where you work, this could get kinky quick.
And his first words to me are, how come the handicap parking space is down at the other end and I can't come in that door? And I go, because that's where the wheelchair ramp begins to come over to this door. Well, you should have another spot in front of the door for me. I only got a cane. Now, first of all, it's first thing in the morning, and that's pretty much how he said it to me. And I'm thinking in my head, oh yeah, we're going to go fucking spend $5,000 to put another fucking handicap parking spot with a ramp, because you can't put one in without the ramp just because you got a cane. Not only that, but then I go to him, well, if he had parked out front, the first spot in front of the door is a handicap spot.
I was going to point that out, that the roadside, the handicap spots are at the door, or at the front door.
Right.
On the roadside. Now, I understand there's a reason why you guys have a back door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to bet that that's the door that swings open the most.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, actually, no.
See, I'm usually a front door guy unless I'm coming to see you.
It depends what kind of customer you are.
That's why I'm saying there's a reason why you have a back door.
Right.
Like, I'm usually a front door guy unless I'm coming to see you, and I got to stop at your car.
Yeah, you know
what I mean? I park next to you because you park in the back with the employee.
Right, yeah.
But I'm usually a front door guy because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, either do I.
Guess what I'm doing?
When I stop there... When I'm not working,
we're definitely not using any names.
Oh, no.
But Bill works for an adult entertainment store.
Right. So, but anyway.
You got to tell the people. We're talking about kinky. You know what I mean?
Well, this ain't even going there. This is just this guy being an asshat. Okay?
And I'm sure we're going to discuss your work in further times. You know what I mean?
But anyway, so, he's like, oh, well, I wanted to park in back. I go, well, then you're going to have to either park in the handicap spot or not.
I don't know what to tell you. You know, dude, I am going to make a parking spot for you. I'm going to get a bucket of yellow paint, and I'm going to go to the back corner of the lot, and I'm going to put 2 lines
and write ass hat
right down the middle of it. There's your parking spot, just for you.
Yeah. So then he starts going off about how he's being fucked because they're trying to pull his medication off of him from his disability. From his disability, okay? And he's saying, oh yeah, now they're trying to take my meds away and say I shouldn't be in pain anymore and all this stuff. You know what they're doing? He's been milking this workman's comp for 4 fucking years, and they know he's milking it, so now they're starting to retrieve the benefits.
Uh-huh.
And he's all upset. And then he had the gall to look me in the face and says, not only that, since I've been on this comp, I haven't slept in 3 years. You know, that's torture in China. Blah, blah, blah. He had no idea who he's talking to, did he? A guy who hasn't slept in fucking 20. In 20. And he's telling me he hasn't slept in 3 years. And it's torture. At this point, I've lost all fucking... I can't even talk to this clown now.
Too bad. You're on the clock.
Yeah. I'm not talking to him. I'm ignoring him.
And then the turns into nothing.
Yeah.
And you're just reading something.
Yup, exactly.
That's what the trick is. You got to, make a thing out of you picking something up to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, I don't know.
This move right here was the conversation
away.
Breaker.
Yeah.
The move from the left head where you're looking to the right, looking at whatever you're reading.
Right.
Conversation. All you got to do now is start walking.
Right.
Away.
But he doesn't. He's too stupid. So what do I do?
Oh, he doesn't pick up on social.
So what do I do? I pick up the phone and I call Courtney. And I just start talking to her and ignore him totally.
Hi. How's it hanging? Have you seen how about that local and or college sports team?
While I'm on the phone with her, Mary comes out, the cleaner, And he turns around and starts talking to her. And as I hang up with Courtney, he starts moving into the movie room, right? And as soon as he's in the movie room, Mary comes up to me and goes, "That fucking guy's an asshole."
This guy's a real fucking asshat. I don't know if you noticed.
And I'm like, yeah, that's why I got on the phone. And so me and Mary are up front there while she's cleaning up front, and I'm going, yeah, oh man, he pissed me off the minute he came in here, and he's talking about his workman's comp and all that. That fucker stood in that movie room and looked at movies for an hour and 45 minutes with that cane in his hand.
The cane never touched the ground.
No,
just holding it halfway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's not any investigators inside the porn store. So they're sitting outside watching.
Before he walked in the movie.
But I guarantee you, the step before he takes out the door, Kane hits the ground and he puts his weight on it.
Yeah. And when I was still talking to him when he was in the front, he walked over to all the specials and the cheap movies we got, and he bought $60 worth of movies, right?
He bought $60 worth of cheap porn?
$20 movie, 2 for $15.95, another 2 for $15.
Listen, buddy, you invested your money in a wrong fucking priority.
Whatever. Okay, so he bought $60 worth of movies, cheap movies, right? So then he's in the back there looking at all the movies for that hour and 45 minutes.
On your tax dollars.
Right. And then he comes up to leave, and he's got 2 more movies. I grab him, I ring him up. He goes, "No, I'm not buying them. I'm renting them."
Oh yeah, not your tax dollars, workers' comp insurance.
Yeah. Whatever. So wait a minute. You just blew $60 on movies, and then he goes, "I'm not buying them. I'm renting them. You should know that." And I'm like, "Why should I know that? You just bought $60 worth of movies. I thought you just decided to buy 2 more." I'm ready to throw this guy out through the door, not out the door, through the door.
Go away.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Have you ever had to do that at the store? Have you ever had to tell us, so you just go away? Not like they failed the ID check or they failed the lingo check.
Oh, no.
They were just so obscene, you just had to go away.
I've had to ask people to leave.
Yeah, it's just go.
Yeah. I've had people approach me in the parking lot when I'm having a cigarette, and they'll come up to me and ask me to do something obscene or something.
Do something. You mean something sexual to their no-no places?
And you know me. I'm a fucking grouchy old fuck to begin with. And I'll just look at them and I'll go, "Have a nice day." and then they take off.
You need to move on.
Yeah, I had this old...
You know what happens to me in the parking lot at night?
I'm sitting in the car having a cigarette one day. Outside having a cigarette. And this old man comes out of the store, okay? And when I say old, I'm saying pushing past 70.
Oh, all right.
Okay? He comes out of the store, walks by my car, and looks at me as he walks by. I see him walk by. I turn my head back to the front of the car, and all of a sudden he's at my passenger window going, "Hey, can I see your dick?" And I'm like, "Hey, have a fucking nice day."
Sure. Come here.
Wow. And then the asshats today was this. 7 times this morning in a 3-hour period, I got a phone call, and it was, "Hi, are you open today?"
It's a legitimate question.
No, because if we weren't, we wouldn't answer the fucking phone, first of all. And second of all, I had to fuck with these asshats. "Nope, this is a recording. Thanks for calling."
It's a legitimate question because, the laundromat's open a couple hours during the day.
Dude, we're open 364 days a year, 24 hours.
I know that. But you know why? Because I have a brain in my head, and I know these things.
And then...
people are stupid. It's a legitimate question.
Asshat on the cake.
Oh, okay.
Me and Andy are sitting there at 11:30 yesterday, and I see this guy walk up to the front door. And I see him reading the signs that we have on the door. which the one sign states, "You must be 18 to enter. No children, no large bags or knapsacks." Okay?
Uh-huh. To a 17-year-old mom with a backpack walk through the door?
From my angle, this guy's reading our signs. I can see him. I can't see what he's got in his hand, but Andy can. And he walks away, takes a step away from the sign back to the car, and he comes back and he reads the sign again. Takes another step back towards the car, and at this point, Andy's going, "I don't believe he's going to do this." And I'm looking because all I can see is his head.
I'm lost. What is going to happen?
And he walks in the door, and in his hand, he's got a baby and a fucking carrying thing. We watched him read the sign that said "No children" 3 times. 3 times, and then he came in with the baby, and Andy's like, "You can't."
I want to stop you. Anybody out there who's listening who wants to know what sexual addiction looks like, here it is. You are not going to find a better example than this right here. Not only does he know it's wrong, because he's second-guessing it over and over again, he knows it's a literally posted rule, and he still contemplated and committed to it. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows that he shouldn't be bringing that kid in.
Absolutely.
But he is so addicted.
No, I am going to disagree, and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, you're going to disagree with sexual addiction in general, or this guy?
No, this guy.
Okay.
Because
you can't disagree with sexual addiction. I have another example.
Oh, no, I don't agree. I have no.
Anthony Weiner.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the power of it is, sexual addiction is very powerful. No, but this guy is worse because it's not a sexual addiction. It's a more broader problem that is mostly affects your generation and younger. Okay?
All right. You know what, sir? I am all in. What's going on? I have no idea where you're going.
I know. But here's the deal. So he comes in the door, and Andy's like, "You can't have the child in here."
You stupid fuck.
After he read the sign 3 times. And committed to coming in anyway. And Andy's like, "You can't have a child in here." And he says this, "Yeah, I didn't think so." And he starts to walk out.
Well, it's the same thing. It's still the addiction.
I look at Andy and I go, "You know what that was?" And Andy's like, "Stupidity." I go, Nope. And it's not even ignorance. You know what it is? It's entitlement. That doesn't apply to me. You're talking about somebody else. That's not me. That sign's not meant for me.
Okay, hold on. I want to stop you. I do want to agree with you that entitlement is a problem. I'm going to disagree with you that it's my generation. And then I'm going to still disagree with you that this man isn't an addict. And here's why. Number one, agreeing that there's a problem.
You don't know he's an addict.
He
might have just had the baby and had no one to leave it with.
Then you don't go.
I agree.
But that's addictive behavior.
Well,
you just wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't do it. So that's addictive behavior. I mean, something had to possess you to do it, even though you know it's against the rules. Yeah, but that's addictive behavior. But see,
the rules don't apply to him. They're not made for him.
Entitlement is truly a problem with American people.
I see it mostly as a younger generation.
Every generation sees it as a younger generation.
And maybe not necessarily yours, but the 20-somethings.
Every generation sees the younger generations as entitled and useless. And you're going to say, "Oh, no. I'm different than my father because my generation wasn't entitled and useless. He was wrong. I'm right. Your generation is entitled and useless." Yeah, well, no shit. He would have said the same thing in that, and the next generation below us will say the same fucking thing. The reason why they seem entitled is that technology has made life easier.
Well,
you're bitter that you had to learn how to type on a typewriter.
No, it has nothing to fucking do with it.
And they don't even have to learn how to type on a computer.
You're just
okay.
That's not my point.
Okay.
Maybe entitled is what through you, that using that word. Maybe that's not the right word, but that's not my point. My point is they don't believe that anything pertains to them. They're above the law. This wasn't meant for me. You're talking about somebody else.
And maybe that's just a syndrome of somebody who is young, not a generation. Maybe it's just a syndrome of somebody who is young to think that they're grander than they are. I think age teaches you how small you are.
You know what? The door needed to smack him in the head.
Well, I'm not saying he wasn't a moron. I'm not defending this guy tooth and nail, okay? Let's get that straight. I'm just not like, I've got a vested interest in protecting this guy's personality not personality, what's the word? Reputation.
Shoot him.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. I really don't even have an argument for that.
I know.
Whatever. He's a dumbass. Not like, I could even see if the dude, hit the door and opened the door and was like, dude, I got my kid. I don't want it. I just need to get screens for my thing.
Then I'd say get out $1.08. I'll bring him to the door.
That's what I'm saying. I'll bring him to you. I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, but
that would be different if he said, listen, dude, I'm just in a pinch. I got to.
And then
he wanted to go browsing porn.
Then this morning, this lady comes in. She's got to be over 50, okay? And she comes in and she heads right for the lingerie section. And behind her walks in this little boy with his hoodie all pulled up like I can't see his face. And I'm like, hey, I need to see your ID. And he ignores me, so I get louder. And I'm like, hey, I need to see your ID. And she goes, oh, well, he'll be 18 in a month. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what he'll be. I need to see his ID. And he goes scurrying back out the door. See, but it doesn't affect me. It's not about you.
That's not my generation or the millennials. That 18-year-old trying to get away with something
his mom,
you're not allowed to do. That's the mother's fault,
exactly.
Not his.
Yeah, because this law doesn't pertain to her and her kid. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Entitlement is a problem for Americans.
Yeah, well,
Americans are an entitled group of fuckhead
I don't know if
asshats.
entitlement's the thing, but the right word for what I meant. But anyway.
Americans are a bunch of asshats. And you're right. But when you say that law doesn't apply to her, you're right by using the word entitlement. But what all I'm saying is it is not the generation as it is people, and maybe young people more
now
than
we're back to
other
people. See, that's the whole thing. When a person becomes a people, it's all over.
Yeah, well, there's no question. You're actually
persons are fine.
What
people
you said
are
is not wrong.
asshats.
Yeah, asshats. People are asshats.
People are asshats. Persons are fine.
Mm-hmm.
I've had this conversation with friends for the last 3 weeks too. It's weird.
About what?
Persons and peoples.
Persons and peoples? Yeah, I've had this conversation before.
Yeah. With different people though.
Yeah, that a
different persons.
A person is all right, but people are fucking worthless.
Yes.
Yeah. I say it about religion all the time. I think I might have said it on Eric last night. For a person, religion is good. For people, religion is bad. On a micro scale, it works very well. On a macro scale, it is nothing but negative.
Yeah.
There's nothing but push against progress.
Hype.
Yeah, it just pushes against progress. That's my only problem with it. I don't care what you want to believe in. Stop stopping my progress in life. Stop burning scientists at the stake. And, I mean that's Dark Ages shit, but it happened. You know what I mean? It still happens. You're still persecuted for being smart. Go to any high school.
That's why everybody hates me.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because you're such a fucking genius.
Brilliant.
I did drips out of your ears.
Tell me, today I was fucking brilliant.
Today you were brilliant.
Yes, I was.
When?
Since I got here.
Oh, wow, you might have been mildly entertaining.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck me.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Actually, I'm going to fuck you with my new best friend.
Oh, that's going to be kinky as hell. Who's your new best friend?
It might be Kevin Smith.
Sexy. Did you just give me a segue? Is that what you just did?
I did.
All right. I'd say you like that. for those of you to see, since you laid down the Kevin Smith segue, I'm going to jump on board.
All right.
And ride that train. For those of you who have been listening who know or don't know, used to be Sports Rec. Not Sports Rec anymore.
Nope. All gone.
So, but we still want to make a show.
Yes.
We're presented with a whole new list of problems. And at the very, very tippy top of that problems list
was
number one on the noggin there was, what the fuck do we call this thing?
So what we did is we took the proverbial sledgehammer to this issue.
Sure did. We sat down and we tossed the ball around a couple bit. The girls got together and they threw the ball around a little bit. We hammered it out a little bit.
I like it when the girls play with the balls.
Burn. We need shitty sound effects.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
We can't even afford that, man.
I could do that if I need like another device.
Gesundheit.
Wow, sneezing.
Yeah.
A new podcast favorite.
Yeah, that'll be a sound effect.
Wait till allergy season.
Yeah. We'll both sound like fucking old men with cotton in our mouth.
Oh, God. I probably won't do a podcast then because nothing else annoys me more because I listen to my podcast in headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got old man dry mouth voice, it drives me up a fucking wall.
Yeah.
I cannot. Every time they get an old guy to talk into a microphone, he gets his while they talk. It's fucking atrocious.
What's worse is if you got someone like from Maine or Vermont and they do that.
Oh,
they do this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Not mean.
Everything's
not mean.
Not yes. Not haha.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you do that? Oh yeah. So do you want to fuck my wife?
Wow. Yeah.
On one condition, I can suck it out of her when you're done.
Oh, you're a disgusting, sick, perverted fuck. Oh my god. Yeah. Some people's fetishes are just sick.
Oh my god, don't judge people. That's not nice. How rude. Could have judged people. That's not nice. That's not what we're here for. Be like Pope Francis.
Who? Huh?
Pope Francis.
Is that the donkey? Oh, no, that was Francis the talking donkey.
Oh,
okay.
Dominic.
No. I heard it too many times this year. And then friends of mine are going, it's an Italian thing? And I'm like, yeah, you don't know you're Italian. And they're like, oh, your parents didn't torture you.
And I know Dominic.
Yeah, but it's an Italian thing.
But I grew up in Rochester.
Yeah, well, you got choice.
My family's nickname.
You got your choice, Italian or Polish. Take a pick.
Or Irish.
Or Irish.
My family's nickname is Pano. All my grandfather's friends called him Pano.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Bud Pano.
Bud Pano.
Because we were Italians without the vowel. That's
well, that's how my last name is supposed to be.
Bellori?
No, Bellarino.
Really? That's what it originally was?
That's what they said. I don't know how this happened. But,
well, Ellis Island changed, did you?
Well, the thing is, it's my sperm donor's name.
Oh, we never finished talking. Okay.
Yeah, no. Back to what we're going to call the show.
We will talk about what you're talking about. But we got to finish.
It's not important.
We got to finish what we started.
What are we going to do?
So very tippy top of this list was picking a name for this fucking tragedy.
Yeah. But we don't have a format.
You know. So
we don't know what we're doing.
So there's no inspiration. Like if you
all we're doing is shooting the shit.
If you had a topic, like if you were going to talk about lighters, I mean, then you would be okay. Well, let's work on.
Nice gray one you got there.
It is. I've seen a lot of these gray ones recently.
Really,
it's kind of a new thing.
Yeah, you know.
But you would say, okay, well, what's about a lighter, shape of lighter, the noise it makes, what's it do? You would have something to work off of to come up with a name for it. You call it the spark. You know what I mean? Fire in your pocket. There's a lot of things. So
basically, we don't want to do any prep. We don't want to format ourselves because that would take work. We don't.
Yes.
We really don't want to research topics because that would like show us that we really cared and had time to do it. And so basically, we just want to do a show.
Yeah. It's about the long and the short of it.
So, and it's just a show about us talking about whatever we fucking feel like we want to talk about.
Well, it's not really a show.
No.
It's a podcast.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
I know.
Fucking brilliant.
I know.
Hi. That's our new name.
That's it. That's what it is, baby.
That's it.
We're going to do a podcast.
Yep. Welcome to a podcast.
And we're going to do a podcast as much as we want.
Right. So, what's your show going to be about?
What's it about?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. So what do you call it?
We can't do that though, because Seinfeld already did that. We got to come up with a different reason of why it's about nothing.
What are we going to call our show?
A podcast.
Yeah, but what are we going to name the show?
What's your name? What's your show? It's a podcast.
Yeah, but what's its name? I know you're doing a podcast.
It's a podcast.
Oh,
It's this fucking guy.
It's a what?
We're doing a podcast.
I know we're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
What are we naming it?
A podcast.
You told me we were doing a podcast.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
All right, I'm done. We tried. I'm done. We'll figure that. We'll get it written out so we can do it better.
A podcast. Capital A.
Yeah, capital A.
Capital
Quote A. Capital A.
Podcast.
Space. Capital P. Oddcast. End quote.
That fits too.
What fits?
Oddcast.
Oddcast, yeah.
Oddcast
I'm
by the
sure
Oddcast.
somebody else did Oddcast.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I thought somebody would have done a podcast.
Well, it's mine now, motherfucker.
Absolutely. As soon as we're done with this episode, I'm going to go start registering shit.
Absolutely.
As a podcast.
A podcast.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's really, this is not like, there's no like department you can go to register your podcast name.
Right.
All you can do is be the first one in iTunes. That's all you can hope for.
Wow.
So you get out there and you get a bunch of shit set up in the name, a podcast. So then this way, when it does come down to it, if anybody ever wants to argue about it, you have at least case file that shows that you've been using it for this long publicly.
Gotcha.
Because there is no law that says you can't copyright a podcast name.
Gotcha.
You can copyright the title, maybe.
Right.
You know what I mean? But there's no podcast department. It'd be very difficult to get shit done.
Yeah. Well, I think we're
going to look into that. Maybe we should figure out how to trademark. We should figure out how to trademark podcast names.
Okay.
Because we have two great ones.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. We should definitely look into that.
Can't believe neither one. A podcast. Welcome to a podcast.
A podcast about
whatever.
A podcast.
Well, no, we're not going to talk about podcasts, and that would be boring.
Well, we have a segment on Eric Radio called On the Pod. Fuck you.
Well, as I said, that would be boring.
Fuck you, asshole.
I'm sorry. Couldn't help it. You set me up.
Yeah.
You feed me like that, I got to eat.
No, but on Eric, we're actively trying to tell people, if they're listening to our podcast, try listening to other podcasts.
I know. I heard the promo.
You might find one other that you like, and then you listen to two podcasts.
You know what my problem with the podcast thing is? I don't have that much time. There's a lot out there and there's a lot of ones that I'd like to listen to. I just can't make them a regular thing because there's too many.
I have a hard time. I mean, I have to pick and choose what I listen to.
But you
and I listen to them constantly. I listen to about 50 hours of podcast
I know,
a week.
But I can't listen to them at work. So yeah. I mean, if I could listen to them at work, I'd fucking probably listen to a lot more too.
But yeah, that's just part of it. I mean, you're never going to be, but it's just like anything else. There's a billion things on the TV channels.
Yeah.
You can't watch it all.
Yeah.
You can't, you know what I mean? There are thousands of movies on Netflix. You can't watch them all.
Speaking of movies and Netflix and stuff, I know you've been going through that American Horror.
Yeah, the American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Fucking great show.
See, now, I told you, I watched most of the first season and lost interest towards the end.
You know what? I tell you, the end kind of petered out.
Did it?
And kind of petered out. I don't blame you.
And then I didn't bother with it the second season.
Second season was fucking awesome.
That's what I'm hearing.
And I thought the first season was good, and it's still way better than the first season. Second season, I haven't watched any of the third yet.
You ever watched it?
I'm always behind.
Yeah,
because I do it.
I mean, when I had the computer, I always watched a season at a time of shows or
that's how I do it. I'm always a season behind.
But did you ever watch that Supernatural?
A couple episodes, not many. I think we've talked about this
That
before.
show has got some fucking humor in it and stuff. There was an episode where this guy was old and heading toward dementia, and all he did was watch old cartoons, and his mind created stuff that happened in cartoons in the show, in real life in the show. Like the hole that Bugs Bunny throws up on the wall and dives through.
Yeah, the Acme pit hole. The Acme hole.
Yeah. All that crap. It was funny. It was good. And you know who was playing the guy was Mike Farrell from MASH. BJ Honeycutt from MASH. But I just think they do a good job on that show. They laugh at themselves. They don't take themselves too seriously.
Was it you that I was talking to? Maybe it was Stacy. Somebody told me that the opening intro of the very first episode was unbelievably great. Like the first 5 minutes of the first episode or something.
First episode ever?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's what he was saying.
I haven't seen it in 5 years, so I can't tell you.
It was the origin story of why the boys are ghost hunters or whatever the fuck they are.
Oh, okay.
With their mother.
Yeah.
And their father.
Yeah.
And how they got killed.
Yeah.
He said that, I think it was him, said that first 5 minutes was awesome. And then after that, it lost him.
Wow. It got me back in a hurry. I'll tell you what, mutual acquaintance of ours, Jack, was the one who got me back into it. He let me borrow the first season on CD.
Oh, Jackie boy,
my monkey, and my undead monkey. Anyway, but yeah,
nobody knows what that means. You just did an inside joke to somebody who doesn't listen to your podcast.
So
I just want to point that out. Oh, Angie listens though; she'll know what that means.
Yes, she will.
There you go.
Yes, she will.
Somebody will get a laugh out of it.
Yeah, well,
wasn't me though.
Yeah.
See this?
Well,
this was my face.
Actually, any pirate fans out there they might recognize the undead monkey reference too. So
now that you said that it was a pirate reference, now I get it.
Now you get it.
Now I get it.
I mean, you see, other people might have gotten it anyway.
Once you said the pirates thing, now I got it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what the fuck happened?
We wrecked Sports Wreck.
Oh yeah, and now we're wrecking this show.
How can we wreck it?
I don't know, but we're doing it.
We can't wreck it. We don't have anything to wreck.
Managing to get it done.
You think it's wrecked? I'm sorry.
I think you're a fucking wreck.
Been that way for years.
Clearly. What was I going to say? I had an interesting point, and I was going to bring it up. Oh, because podcasts aren't interesting, you fuck. Not what you said at all. But
okay.
It's not at all what you said, but I was rubbing it in your face other way.
Yeah, I know. So let's go. So what's your point?
It was an interesting fact about Bugs Bunny that you referenced it, but I think we've walked too far away from it.
Oh.
Are you being summoned?
Yeah, but
see, most people turn their phones off or to silent.
Yeah, well,
when they're recording radio shows or podcasts.
Well, I believe me, I didn't expect the call from that person anyway.
You're a fucking failure.
Now you're hurting my feelings.
You don't have feelings.
All right, well.
Bugs Bunny.
I got a jet black cart and it's falling apart.
Okay, stop smashing your phone on the table. Is this your first week doing this again?
Sometimes.
With the smashing the phone on the table?
Oh, now you're just getting irritable.
Getting irritable? Getting it. Anyways, Bugs Bunny was voiced by a man named Mel
Blanc.
That's right.
Yes.
Do you know who else he voiced?
Oh my God, he did millions of characters actually.
1,500 to be precise.
Is it that how much? I knew it was an up there, man. He did half the Looney Tunes.
Over 500.
All the Looney Tunes.
You know by voice.
Yeah. See,
He did almost all the Looney Tunes. He was Barney.
Barney.
He was Dino.
Hanna-Barbera stuff. Didn't he do Hanna-Barbera stuff too?
He was Jetson's boss. He was George Jetson's boss, Mr. Cratchit?
Spacely.
Mr. Spacely at the Sprocket Company.
Right. Spacely
Sprockets. Yes.
Spacely Sprockets. Didn't he do Alligator too?
I would have to look that up.
Huckleberry Hound.
Definitely did Huckleberry.
The mouse and the horse. Fuck. I can't remember their name.
In the no, I can't remember when it was. It would have been in the 40s, I would think. 40s? I can't remember what it was. But in the 40s, he was in a terrible car accident.
Really?
That broke almost every bone in his body.
Oh, jeez.
And put him into a shock coma.
What's that mean? Shock coma.
Well, I will answer the question if you ask the question for other people to be able to hear it.
What does shock coma mean?
His body went into such shock from the injuries that his brain shut down, so that he didn't have to process the pain.
Sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So he went into an unresponsive
state.
That they could not snap him out of for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like, we kept talking to him, trying to get him to respond, because they're not sure if they can hear you or not. They know that the ears are still on. It's whether the recording is still happening or not. And they couldn't. He wouldn't unresponsive, and just for shits and grins, his doctor walked up and asked, "What's up, Bugs?" And he shot straight out of bed. I said, "What's up, Doc?"
Really?
Did Bugs for another couple minutes, rolled into Porky and then Daffy, and then rolled back into himself.
No shit.
He woke up as Bugs, rolled through a couple personalities before he went back to himself.
Wow, I never knew that story, man. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So it makes you it begs to wonder whether those were characters,
yeah,
or if they were actually voices in his head,
or alternate personalities.
Exactly, like they might have been written by somebody else, but he just done them for so long, and he was as a deep acting. He might have written the script into his own goddamn head,
right?
Of the other personalities. I mean, they're deep sea. I mean, amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's just a little fun fact.
I liked it
from one of my silly podcasts.
That's pretty fucking cool, man.
Radio Lab.
Radio what?
Radio Lab is the name of that podcast, and I love it.
It's not a bad name.
Love it. It's a great name.
Not as good as a podcast.
No. Wrong. I don't know if there's ever going to be a name in history better than a podcast. And the reason why we use Kevin Smith as the
template,
as the segue, you use the segue, is because one of the other best names ever is Smodcast. And he's going to be jealous that we came up with it.
It's alright, we'll talk. His people could call our people.
We'll get my people to call your people to talk to your people about my people.
We'll do lunch.
All right. Well, we're going to call that episode 2 of
1 and
podcast.
1 and 1 is 2.
Because we're going to take the death of Sports Rec as the first episode.
I got you.
Of a podcast.
A podcast.
A podcast with Bill and Corey.
What are you going to call it?
Podcast.
Okay.
We're not doing this again.
I know.
We are going to do this. We're going to do this a lot. We're actually going to beat that into the ground.
It's all right.
But we just got to write it down so that we can, so it
do
sounds
it right.
like you're trying to we know what we're doing.
Yeah, we don't know.
But you just do it like, oh, we're spontaneous. We can just come up with this off the top of our heads.
Right.
That's all it really is, man. Just learning the rope, baby. Just learning the rope.
I got it.
So thank you for joining us on a podcast.
Yeah,
I hope you spread the word. We're no longer sports rec. We're no longer sports oriented. We're going for the broader audience. So tell all your broads they need to be in our audience.
Yes, and anybody wants to, send us a note, Twitter.
I was going to tell you to plug your Twitter.
You could reach me at. Oh my God, it's been so long.
At Buckpoint.
Yeah, at Buckpoint. You can reach Corey at Airrack Radio.
Airrack Radio.
Or
CW Payne.
And
pretty soon, maybe, add a podcast. We'll find out.
Right.
I don't know if that's open yet. We'll find out.
Yeah, I think it's open.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe not with Twitter.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
If it is, I'm going to call it a podcast, the podcast.
by the podcasts.
I love it. I love it. All right, well, let's fucking get out of here. Say goodnight, Bill.
Good night, Cor.